Happy Friday! It's that time. It's time for another 5 Things Friday. This Friday, I am sharing some of my my top 5 favorite cookbooks. Any guesses who my favorite cookbook author, chef is? I don't know. Come back and we'll talk about it. I hope you're enjoying this wonderful first Friday of spring. I wanted to dive in this week to some of my favorite cookbooks. One of my most beloved pastimes is spending an afternoon leafing through cookbooks. I love the visual. I love reading how chefs describe their food. It definitely has seeped into my subconsciousness and comes out, I think, on the pages of the BAKESHOP mysteries. So let's get right to it, starting with number 1. My number 1 favorite cookbook, or I should say collection of cookbooks, are my mom's old cookbooks. These are from my childhood. And the reason, come on, Betty Crocker, her cookbooks are just like nostalgia on every page. That's the reason I think that I love this collection of vintage cookbooks. Her original Betty Crocker. Does anyone else have this? Because immediately when I look at any recipe in the pages of these very colorful cookbooks back in the day, I am immediately transported back to my youth, to making homemade gingerbread houses with my mom, the smells, the sights, the fact that a lot of these recipes called for lard. Is lard gonna make a comeback? I don't know. But I think one of the reasons that I love these cookbooks the most is just that for me, food is often memory, and there's something so visceral about recreating a recipe that we remember from our childhood. So that's cookbook number 1. All right, let's move on to cookbook number 2. One of my favorite chefs is none other than the Pioneer Woman. I know you all love Ree Drummond as much as I do. I have religiously watched her show for many, many years and felt like I was part of the ranch right out there in her glorious kitchen. But I love her cookbooks too. And one of the reasons that I love her cookbooks is they're all quick and easy, and she has so many pictures. I don't know about you, but sometimes if you read a cookbook without pictures, I'm kind of lost and I'm left in the dark. And so I love her step-by-step guide, and I love her home style cooking and the way she infuses everything she bakes and makes in her kitchen with love. I think that's such Jules' sentiment when it comes to the BAKESHOP mysteries. So number 2 is my collection of Pioneer Woman cookbooks, which I also now have Pioneer Woman baking utensils, which are just as beautiful as the cookbooks themselves. Number 3. Look at this beauty. This is Mexico, the cookbook. And when you're looking for something that's authentic and Mexican, what better than a cookbook with that name? Whenever my son and husband and I are on vacation or traveling anywhere, one of the first things that we do is we find the local independent bookstore, and we spend hours looking through the shelves and browsing through books and cookbooks, many of which we do not need more, but we always come away with stacks of books. And we discovered this, my husband did actually, at Sun River Books and Music in Central Oregon. It has become a staple in our household. My son attended a Spanish immersion program, and so when he was younger, we tried to cook authentic feasts and meals, and this cookbook has been our go-to source for that. Everything that we've made has been so delicious and just full of flavor and freshness, and you feel like, you know, you're on a beach somewhere in Mexico. So, Mexico, the cookbook. Go grab it. It's heavy, it's solid. It'll probably take you a year to work your way through every recipe. Maybe more, I'm not sure. Number 4, Damn Delicious. Damn Delicious is one of my favorite collections of cookbooks. We just last week got Chunga Ray's newest cookbook, which is all about meal prep. And we've started doing meal prep in our house for lunches and breakfasts, and it is life-changing. What I love most about Chunga and how I discovered her was here on YouTube. She has an amazing channel. If you haven't seen her cooking show, go subscribe right now because you will absolutely fall in love with her and her dog Butters. Butters is the cutest thing you've ever seen. She's great at creating fresh, healthy, easy meals that you can serve to your entire family. Her cookbooks are vibrant and full of color and break down just easy ways for you to pack a beautiful lunch and go. No more sad desk lunch if you've got Damn Delicious in your kitchen. Okay, I feel like we need a drum roll for this one. My fifth and most favorite cookbook collection of all time goes to none other than the naked chef himself, Jamie Oliver. I have been a fan of Jamie Oliver since he was the Naked Chef probably 20 years ago. Did anyone watch The Naked Chef? Are you with me on this? He has since come out with numerous cookbooks, all of which we own. I mean, his Christmas cookbook, it's a thing of beauty. Comfort food, always. And one of my husband's favorites is Jamie's America. It has kind of fusion American cuisine from all over every region in the United States. But our go-to Jamie cookbook is always his Food Revolution. This launched an entire show. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the Food Revolution show, but Jamie set off on a mission to help us cook better, cook healthy food, cook food that's infused with flavors and fresh herbs and veggies, and I think he has a winner in this cookbook. You know that it's been well used because every page is splattered and dog-eared. His ground beef Wellington is our like go-to staple for any holiday, especially during the fall and winter, and it's starting to see a little wear and tear, but I don't care because this is gonna stay in my collection forever. Those are my top 5 favorite cookbooks. Although if we take a peek into my pantry, you will see that I have a ridiculous addiction to cookbooks. Are you like me? Do you love cookbooks? Do you use them as sort of therapy to spend an afternoon leafing through the pages and looking at gorgeous recipes? Let me know in the comments who some of your favorite chefs are. Are they traditional chefs, celebrity chefs, or did you find them here on YouTube? I'd love to know. As always, thanks for joining me for another 5 Things Friday. Be sure to subscribe to my page and click the bell so you'll get notified whenever I share new videos. And happy weekend, happy baking and cooking.